0.0608% of change. Finding the sale price. All right, so today we're going to talk about finding the sale price, finding the discount. These are things that you definitely will use in everyday life because we all like a good sale. You don't want to pay full price if you don't have to. But how do you make sure that that cashier isn't ripping you off, that you're getting the correct amount that you're owed? Well, here's a way to find that. Take the sale price, and that's over the regular price, and that's going to be equal to 100 minus the percent of discount over 100. Now this is going to give you the straight sales price, so I'm giving you a shortcut method. Okay, so there are other ways to do this. I like this because it kind of cuts out the middleman and it makes things a little bit quicker. So use this setup to solve all the problems that we're doing today, and you'll be fine. So find each sale price, round to the nearest cent where necessary. So the regular price is $46. The percent of discount today is 25%, so you're getting 25% off. So we're going to use the formula or proportions I gave you. Sale price over regular price equals 100 minus the percent of discount equals 100. So let's figure out what we know, what they gave us, and we're going to plug that in. And you can use calculators today once we get to that point. So what do we know? Well, we know the regular price is $46. We also know the percent of discount is 25%. So now we need to plug that in. But remember, it's 100 minus the 25% because we want the sale price. We don't know it, so we'll put S for sale price. And 100 minus 25 is 75. Now, if you want to reduce 75 over 100, you absolutely can to make life a little easier, but you don't have to. So we cross multiply, and we'll get 100S is equal to 3,450. And that came from 46 times 75. Again, if you want to use a calculator, you can. You divide by the number next to the variable. The variable is S in this case, our sale price. So we divide both sides by 100. And we will get a sale price of $34.50. So how much money did we save? Well, you could take 46 minus 34.50, and I believe you'll get $13. No, sorry, $12. No, $11.50. That's it. That's right. So that's how you could find your how much money you saved if you wanted to. Because sometimes they might ask you how much you're saving or how much you're spending. So make sure you pay attention. What are they asking for in this case? So let's try number 2. We're going to find each sale price, round to the nearest cent again. So we've got our proportion, sale price over regular price, equals 100 minus the percent of discount over 100. So what do we know? Well, we know the regular price is $14.99. We're looking for the sale price, so we're going to use S again. I don't usually like S's because mine look like 5s, but this should be okay. Then we have 100 minus the percent of discount. So what's going to go on the top here? Hopefully you said 85 because 100 minus 15 is 85. We're going to cross multiply, which means we're going to take the top left, multiply it by the bottom right. So 100 times S is 100S. Then we're going to do 14.99 times 85, which will give us 1,274.15. Divide by the number next to the variable. So we're dividing by 100. And we will get 12.7415. But wait, remember we have to round to the nearest cent. So if we were looking at that and it was money, where would the last digit normally be at for money? Hopefully you're saying the 4, and we look to the right, and since it was a 1, that's going to become $12.74. So the 4 is where we're rounding to. We looked to the right to see where we rounded to. So look that way. Hopefully that's right for you. Would you try number 3, please? So pause the video and see if you can plug everything in and see how far you can get. If you get stuck, you can play the video until you get to the part where you're stuck and then figure out what's going on and pause it and try to finish it up. So go ahead and pause and come back when you're ready. Okay, regular price is $675. Percent of discount is 20%. So we're going to take the regular price, put it down at the bottom. We're looking for the sale price, so we're going to put S. We have 100 minus the percent of discount, so 100 minus 20 will give us 80. If you want to cross out those zeros, that would be great. Cross multiply, and we'll get 100S is equal to 54,000. Divide by the number next to the variable. That gives us a sale price of $540. So that's how much we're going to spend. How much did we save? Approximately $135. Would you try this one, please? Okay, hopefully you paused the video. If you didn't, pause it and then try to do this. So we have $90. Our variable S for sale price. 100 minus the percent of discount, so 100 minus 22 is 78. We're going to cross multiply, which means 100 times S and 90 times 78. So we'll get 100S and 90 times 78 is 7,020. Divide by the number next to the variable. In this case, it's 100. And we get $70.20 is our sale price. How much did we save? About $19.80 is our savings, our discount. So now we want to find the selling price. When you go to the store and you buy something, that's not the price they paid at the store. They have what's called a markup because they need to make a profit. They have to pay for their rent. They have to pay their employees. They have to pay insurance. They have to pay taxes. They have to pay utilities. There's all kinds of things that go into selling something. So when they buy something, they mark up the price, which I'm sure you did when you were a kid. Did you ever sell something to your little brother or sister and you maybe paid $5, but you charged them $7 for it? So it's the same idea. They're trying to make a profit. So markup over cost equals percent of markup over 100. So this is how we're going to set it up, and then we'll cross multiply to solve. So the cost plus the markup is equal to the selling price. So we have to go back and add in the markup and the cost to get the actual selling price. So be careful. A lot of people make mistakes on that. They just put the markup, in which case you're probably going to end up losing money. So number 5, find each selling price, round to the nearest cent where necessary. The cost is 170. The percent of markup is 85%. So we'll plug in 170 for the cost. We'll put our markup at 85%. And I'm going to use M for markup. We'll cross multiply, so M times 100 is equal to 170 times 85. So we'll have 100M is equal to 14,450. Remember, we're dividing by the number next to the variable. So divide by 100 on both sides. And we will get $144.50 will be our markup. But remember, we want to find the selling price. So what do we need to do? We take the markup and add it to the cost. So we will have 170 plus 144.50 gives us a selling price of $314.50. Don't forget to give the selling price if that's what they give or asking for. Just so you know, text messages, they have about a 6,000% markup. So they only cost about 1/10 of a cent to send, and they charge you like 5 cents per text message. It's a crazy markup. Number 6, we've got a cost of $6, a percent of markup of 70%. Would you please plug in where you think things should go, and then I will help you solve it this time. But let's see if you know where to plug things in. So you should know that the 6 goes here, the 70 goes there, and we're going to use M for markup. So we'll cross multiply, and we'll get 100M is equal to 420. Divide both sides by 100, and you get the markup is $4.20. So that's our answer. Hopefully you're saying, no, wait a second, Mr. Gore, that's not the answer, because we have to take the selling price is equal to the cost plus the markup. So we have 6 plus $4.20 gives us a selling price of $10.20. Notice if you forget to add those together, that your markup is actually less than your cost. So if you forget to do that, you're going to be selling it at a loss. You're basically giving it away. Not a good thing to do if you plan on being in business very long. And movie popcorn, it has a 1,275% markup. Would you try number 7, please? Pause the video, do as much of it as you can. Hopefully you can do it all. Again, remember you may use a calculator. And then come back and see, did you get the right answer? Okay. So cost is $7.39. Markup is 20. We'll use M for our variable. We cross multiply, and we get 100M is equal to 14,780. Divide both of those by 100, the number next to the variable. It's also called the coefficient. And we get a markup of $147.80. Did you remember to add that to the cost? So we'll have 739 plus 147.80 gives us a selling price of $886.80. Would you please try this problem? Pause the video if you haven't already. But I'm going to get started because you've paused the video and you've solved it. And we have 465.81, a markup of 22.5, a variable of M. We cross multiply, we get 100M is equal to 10,480.725. Divide by 100, and we'll get 104.80725, or what is that, 80,725 hundred thousandths. But remember, we're rounding to the nearest cent. So our markup should be $104.81. And remember, that's all they asked for. They didn't ask for the selling price, so that's just the markup. So that would be our answer in this case. Again, what are they asking for? Are they asking for the selling price or the markup? Bottled water has a 4,000% markup. Little bits of trivia to keep you entertained. And that's it for today. Hopefully you figured everything out, and you may use calculators on this, so that should hopefully help. If you have any questions, please post them on Edmodo. Please write a summary of what we did. How would you explain this to your friends? So I want you to show me that you understand what to do on your own. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.